RAKAKA.se, Anders here. We're here at IEM and I'm standing here together with Siphonn from Clarity Gaming. And so you came here as a representative for the US, but it didn't go that well. You lost in the first day. I mean, just briefly, I mean, tell us about the game and maybe what did you expect when you came here?
When I came here, I wasn't really expecting to advance. It was actually my first time in Europe, so I kind of came just as an experience. I've never been outside the US other than Canada. That doesn't count. I came here expecting, I just wanted to not get last in my group, but I did. I took 2 games, one off of Blah and one off of Tefl. I feel like I could have beaten both, but it was just a few minor mistakes here and there. But other than that, my other games, some were close, especially against Siphonn. I think I was actually about to win with a 6-gate, and I killed his bunker and everything at his natural, but my game crashed. So we just had the regame, and then he just beat me in a macro game from there. But I think I could have took a game off him, but my games versus Parting and Mono weren't that good.
Okay. So, I mean, you came here as a replacement, you replaced Killer, but I mean, you just finished 7th in your qualifier on the US qualifier, so you kind of, yeah, how did that feel? I mean, did you feel that you were still deserving to be in the tournament?
Not so much deserving. I had to get through stage 1 and 2. So that was a tough road. I beat players like Trimaster, Kawaii Rice, so they're pretty good players. I didn't feel super deserving, but the people ahead of me couldn't do it, so the spot got down to me, so I thought, why not?
But I want to talk briefly about the US scene, since for us here in Europe, maybe we haven't heard so much about you, but I understand in the US scene, I mean, you have kind of risen to become a pretty, formidable player. But I mean, how is the US scene right now? I mean, compared to
US scene, Zergs are very, very strong. Protoss players there's not many of us, especially at higher levels. The only ones I could really think of are maybe Minigun, Dodoro when he played. But other than that, there's not really too many super good Protoss players. Zergs are really dominant, like Starlit, Idra, Suppy, Sasquatch. There's a lot of very, very good Zerg players. In Terran, there's none that play. So
do you think?
It's all Zerg.
Are you concerned with that? I mean, do you think StarCraft is losing ground compared to other games in US?
There's a lot more. League of Legends is really on the uprise, even in everywhere, basically. I'm not really concerned. We still a bunch of players still playing. It's probably just as strong as it was a year ago, so I hope it gets better.
And I mean, you mentioned this is your first time in Europe, and I mean, what's your impressions of Poland and IEM?
I really like the food. Polish food is very good. I've only had a couple Polish meals, so I want to try more. But I really like it. It's really cold compared to the US. It's 5 degrees Fahrenheit here, where I live it's 40. So I had to pack really warm, but I like it.
You're in the same team as a couple of pretty known players, and Yuktu, who is also here. I mean, do you talk a lot with, for example, Yuktu?
Yeah, I talk a lot with Jukto, Yang as well. Him and Jukto are probably our best players. Jukto didn't really perform as well as he could have, or I think he should have here. He went 1-4, but I really think he could have and should have advanced from his group, because he is the skill level to do it.
Okay, and I mean, this was the first big tournament of 2013. You're here at least. I mean, you're here. You participated, but looking at the whole upcoming year, what goals do you have in terms of results and participation?
I'm kind of hoping to go to every MLG, since Dallas, I know there's going to be one in Ohio, and really I think 3 East Coast, 1 West Coast in the US, so they're all pretty close to me since I live on the East Coast, and everything's switching to Heart of the Swarm, and I haven't even played yet, so I'm going to actually go home and start practicing Heart of the Swarm. hopefully qualify for some tournaments and stuff like that, just improve overall.
All right, well, thank you so much for the interview and good luck then.
Thanks.